And now for a quick disclaimer. The T-Bone
and Chick Brew
in the morning show is for infotainment purposes only.
The opinions expressed here do not represent
Naval Station Rhoda, the Armed Forces Network,
or the Department of Defense.
Thanks for listening.
Thanks for listening.
Thanks for listening.
Good morning.
Good morning. So, wow, that thing makes noise. Got to be careful of that. Got a lot of noise stuff going on this morning. Yeah. I didn't know if we had an issue, if you weren't...
I'm mad at you, of course.
You weren't letting me in the gate for some reason. I'm sitting out there, I'm waiting. There's no teasers going on the radio. You're not answering my text.
Are we married? What's happening right now? You locked me out, and you're not answering my text. What did I do?
Yeah, you get that impression while you're sitting there going, I'm in trouble. I did something wrong. Yeah, when you don't know if you did something wrong, but you're sure you did something wrong. Hey, oh my God, it's so good to have you back. It is so good to have you back. You wouldn't believe the people they stick me with when you're gone. I just have to suffer through. I have to force my way to, try to drag them along in this little morning radio experiment.
Well, I know you did not suffer in silence.
No. That's not what I specialize in. So, good afternoon to our Okinawa listener.
Oh, really?
Yes. Good advanced morning to our Greece listener, because they're an hour ahead for some reason. Weird, right? And
special.
Good morning, Naples. And most importantly, good morning, Rhoda. It's T-Bone and Chick Brew in the morning. This is how we start a Friday in Rhoda, Spain. We get together and we talk about stuff. Today we're going to be talking about the weather, because it's bad.
I know. How did that happen?
What was the word you kept using? Soggy?
Soggy.
Soggy's a good word.
It's
I like
a good
it.
word
It's very
for
descriptive, yes. It's very soggy.
Because it's raining just enough to keep the ground soggy.
Okay.
And it's sandy. Our ground by our house is sandy, which when it's raining like this is very unpleasant.
Okay, yes. And it's windy.
Super windy.
Yes. Today would be a great day to make a connection on the Rhoda Rideshare Facebook page. Yeah. If you don't want to walk in the wet, soggy wind, maybe you go on the Rhoda Rideshare Facebook page there and make a connection with somebody that's going the same place you're going. Hey, anybody going to X this morning? I sure could use a ride. Don't want to get wet and soggy. And it only takes, some communication. We got over 50 members. While you were gone, for whatever reason, there was a run on the Rhoda Rideshare page, and we went from 3 people to over 50 people in just a matter of days.
That's awesome.
It was great.
That's some progress.
Still haven't had a lot of connections, or are the connections are happening? I don't know. They're not visible connections.
Well,
if you don't know what the Rhoda Rideshare program is, that's basically a Facebook page we set up so that people who can give rides can help people who need rides. A little online social media connection there for those of you who are coming here to help those who also need to get here. So that's, I don't know why that hasn't been turned into a spot yet. It seems like it'd be an easy spot. I pretty much say the same thing every time.
And there's background music already there.
Yeah. And just cut right there. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if we make a spot. The station manager hates us, so she won't put our spots on the air. I gave her a 30-second and a 15-second spot. I think they're both hilarious. Never aired. Never.
She's probably at the gym right now, and she's like, and they never will.
She's not listening. No one listens, unless you're in Okinawa. Good morning, Mike. Good afternoon, Mike.
Good day.
Yes. Or you're in Greece. Good morning, John. Hey, how are you? And in Naples, well, you know who you are in Naples. It's T-Bone. It's Chick Brew in the morning. It's Friday. Let's get it started off right. And now, back to the music. You faded that?
Yeah, because it wasn't ending.
Yeah, it just keeps going.
I didn't need it, any of that in my life.
I think what bothers me is when they make these commercials to tell us how great the music is that we're listening to. Like we're not hearing it. We get to hear this music. What was that song earlier where he just says the same thing and then the next line is what he said before, so he doesn't really rhyme, he just repeats himself. But it's auto
I think what you're referring to is the Drake song God's Plan. I think that's what you're...
Yeah, I think he rhymed God's plan with God's plan, except it went, God's plan, God.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Please don't make commercials trying to convince me that this is the music everyone's listening to in the States. No one has listened to Come On Eileen in 20 years, and don't tell me that we're listening to it now because everyone's listening to it in America. No, not true.
Every Sunday night at 80s night, I'm absolutely listening to that when I'm in America. So at least once a week, I'm getting my daily dose of Come On Eileen. Don't you take that away from me.
Oh, whatever. The only person that ever liked that song were... Nope, not gonna do it.
Happy Friday.
Not gonna do it. Almost did it. Didn't do it. Stopped right there. You want to know how this one ends? Catch me on the internet. Catch me outside.
Oh, man.
You have been gone from my life. Where have you been?
Naples and in Romania.
Oh.
Yeah.
Both of those sound very interesting. Such a world traveler.
Right. I was in the Romanian countryside, which is absolutely gorgeous, but the roads are perilous.
Most countrysides are gorgeous and have perilous roads.
Yes. I'm actually like, the first night I got there, it was raining and it was super dark. And
So
it's
basically,
probably,
everywhere you go, the rain goes.
Right,
Thanks
I'm just
for that.
a grumpy bear. Just a little cloud over my head everywhere I go. But yeah, no, it was, I'd never been there, so it was nice to see something new. It was exciting.
Yes.
Naples. I'm always in Naples.
Oh, I love Naples.
And I'm not mad about it.
No. Especially, Naples is the epitome of the statement, it's a nice place to visit, but I wouldn't want to live there. For a short period, I lived in Gaeta, which is a beautiful little
gorgeous.
paradise just 60 miles north of Naples. And I didn't have to deal with the day-to-day life in Naples. But I would visit Naples on the regular, and I know what day-to-day life is like down there. And, didn't miss it. Didn't miss it at all. The serenity of the life I had in Gaeta. By the way, we have listeners in Gaeta. Good morning, guys. Silvano, Emilio, you never know who's listening at this time, but they're there and they do tune in.
Oh, yeah, my friend Asher might be listening.
Oh, in Gaeta.
Yeah, from all the way from Texas. He lives there now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you do that right, you can listen in the States, but it's kind of frowned upon, so we don't talk about it.
Yes, but he's in Gaeta, so it's totally okay.
Oh, well, there it's okay. Yeah. If you're tuning in from a country other than Spain or from anywhere outside of the greater Rota metropolitan area, let us know on the Facebook page. We'd be glad to give you a shout out and curious to know where the listeners are. So that's always fun. Okay. And, here's what we're going to say. 727-1025 is the number in the studio. You can also reach us from your cellular phone at 956-82-1025. If you ever get confused about the last four digits, it's the numbers on your dial. 1025. It's T-Bone and Chick Brew in the morning. Maybe we're just out of practice.
It was that was one of the longer short breaks.
Well, because I left before you.
Yeah.
And I had a fascinating time. Thanks for asking.
I saw it all. I followed and I liked. I liked religiously. Okay, don't act like I didn't see it.
Here's something I don't appreciate with the social media friends of mine. I take a lot of time and effort to give you the best of our vacation. You know?
I felt like I was there.
We get on a hop-on, hop-off bus in several different cities, and I could just upload the pictures and say, yeah, look for something cool. Or
the little bananas.
The little bananas. Or I could take the time to edit every single one of those photos and take the bus and the people on the bus out of the picture so that you only see like the thing that I was seeing that caught my eye on that day. I put a lot of work and effort into sharing my experiences with people, only if, for the occasional like. And it's not even like a photo like, it's just the album like. And like, you didn't even take time to look at the 230 photos I uploaded.
I absolutely did. I liked the whole album. But when you were adding to the album, I was every time it came up that you had added photos to the album, I was right back in there. I felt like I was on vacation with you. I loved it.
It was probably one of the better ones. It was really good.
It looked fantastic.
Yes.
I was bitter and jealous, and then I was happy for you. Last feeling was joy for you and your pleasure.
we enjoyed it. And I don't know if I ever uploaded the welcome home videos. So
I saw. Yeah, you did.
did I? Oh,
Yeah.
Because and hyperlapse. What do you know about this thing?
What is that? Tell me.
So
more.
my friend Kim, she's down in Australia and New Zealand. She's hanging out, having a good time, and she took this really crazy video on her phone where everything's like moving 2 seconds in advance, 2 seconds while the plane was landing in New Zealand. Really cool video. And I was like, that's a great camera you got there. And she says it's just this hyperlapse technology that's available on her iPhone. Turns out Samsung has done the same thing for the Droid. Now I hyperlapse it. I got Zeus sitting in the window on guard duty, and I hyperlapse it, and it's hilarious. I love this. With your phone, though, like every picture has got like video leading up to the picture.
Yeah.
What technology is that you have there?
It's called a live photo.
A live photo.
Yes.
Okay.
Reminiscent of our favorite wizard, right? The moving portraits in one of our favorite.
I've never seen any of them, so no, not one of our favorite.
Goodness.
I've seen a lot of things, but I've never invested any time in wizardry.
Well, it's raining, so you have plenty of time to watch them this week.
No, because apparently we have to binge watch Community.
I don't know.
Have you ever seen it?
Yeah.
My oldest loves the show. Absolutely loves the show. Says it's hilarious. So
as your third unwanted adopted daughter.
To convince us otherwise, she has sent us a DVD set of the show. So I feel vested.
Got him. I spent money on this. You owe me. That's well played.
Yeah,
I respect that.
So Justin Rowland was one of the writers on Community, and I really enjoy his performance in Rick and Morty. So maybe there is something.
Maybe there is something
in this.
there.
And the Korean doctor that's in all the Hangover movies, he's in that show.
But did you die?
Yes.
I love that guy.
Yeah, so he's on the show. So I'm curious, what are you binge watching on a rainy day? Let us know. Give us a call in the studio, 727-1025 or 956-82-1025, or hit us up on any of the social media things. Thank you. Oh, okay. I am not hearing anything. I mean, now, vaguely, I'm there. Don't worry, we got a cheering audience for another 4 minutes. Was it AC/DC that started the, we're going to make this song last forever by just fading slowly out of frame?
But I really respect how they put in their, like, own version of Rock Band laugh track, right? Like, on TV, you know, that was kind of funny. Put the laugh track in, everyone will laugh. Everyone's laughing. What am I missing? But AC/DC kind of did it with the was that good? I don't know.
Yes,
but everyone's clapping.
I should clap. Everyone's clapping. I wouldn't want to be that person that's not clapping.
Right.
Or like a standing ovation when you're not impressed. You know, like everyone's standing. I'm like, really? No, I will sit. I will sit and I will cross my arms just to let you know I am not thrilled with your performance. Oh, okay. It's not true. It's everyone stands.
Everyone stands, and then. But no, I have
that
sat.
was the worst speech ever given.
You sit and you're like,
okay, here we go.
Oh, are we standing now?
We're doing this thing. Yes.
I said I have a bad angle. I can't see.
So in case you don't know, if you're not a regular listener, if you were a regular listener, we'll find a way to play a song for you. And that goes out to our number one fan, Dave. Dave is a constant listener. He's engaged with us in the social medias, and he deserves at least one song per show. So we always give Dave a song, and it's always AC/DC because he likes AC/DC. And, we want to play music that people like instead of the stuff that's being forced upon us.
Oh, I also have queued something up for you. I'm not going to tell you what it is, but it's definitely your favorite artist. Definitely.
I can leave at any point. You know, the door is unlocked.
You won't know when it's happening.
Oh, I'll know. I'll know. The Taylor Swift song this morning.
I hate that song.
But why?
I don't.
I mean, the scheduler gives you like a choice of like.
And I needed a
song.
ramp to talk. I needed it had a 15-second intro. I needed it.
What's the longest song you've ever played?
The longest song I've ever played. back when we could do classic rock and like no one cared
Stairway
what we
to
did.
Heaven, right?
Yeah, you know, like the 8-minute,
the 11-minute version,
the live version.
Well,
Yes.
I'm going outside to have a phone call. This'll just play for now.
Now it's always like the Justin Timberlake songs are like 5 minutes, so you can absolutely go to the restroom without having to run and waddle. Like,
Well,
it's much better.
If you got any song that you want to hear, we'll gladly play it for you, but you have to communicate that to us. As I often tell my wife, I cannot read minds.
But it's really fun to watch you try.
I think every man needs to express that to their wife, because the wife is always expecting us, or the spouse. I don't know. Maybe it's just a spouse thing. No, I think it's a wife thing. They're always expecting us to know, but we don't know. We're really clueless animals. You know, we eat, we sleep, we move, but we don't read minds. We just kind of figure things out as we go.
Well, the problem is
we
you
learn
probably-
from our mistakes.
Probably walk around too confident, right? Like the assumption is, well, he looks like he knows what he's doing, so I'm gonna go with that. And then you're like, oh no, he has no idea. We think that you know.
Oh, interesting take on that.
Because you got that swag, right? We just assume that you know because that's the attitude you're.
I
you're
do not
projecting.
deny that I walk around with a lot of swagger
Yes.
and confidence.
And the
but
purple shirt is my favorite.
If you're saying, if I understand you correctly, if I dumb it down,
Right, play dumb.
if I dumb it down, I'll have more people explain things to me. I like that.
Yeah.
I'm going to start drooling on myself and dumbing it down now. 727-1025 in the studio. 956-82-1025. It's T-Bone. It's Chick Brew. It's the morning. It's Friday. Yeah, no, not affected at all. That
I know you love Kelly
That was
Clarkson. She's
that was
absolutely
a
your favorite.
swing and a miss, if you will. You tried to upset me with a song that didn't upset me.
Dang.
That's a good song.
It is a good song.
I mean, it plays in the background. You don't think about it. It's got a hook.
You know what I appreciate
It's
though?
got words and
I
words that
appreciate
rhyme.
Her ending of that song
Bop, 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 bop. I don't.
because it doesn't go on for 8 hours after.
Yeah.
bulk of it.
Again,
It's really
I got
nice.
no issues with that song. So
there we go.
Ha, nice try.
I'll try
but
again.
the daddy issue song, I don't like that one.
Right. Well, not everyone can be you. Okay.
Well, granted, no one can be me because I'm the best me I can be. But the daddy issue song, the whole song, it sounds like she's about to cry. And I remember when she performed that live once, and she was crying, and I'm like, get over yourself.
When she was really pregnant.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sure that probably had something to do with it.
Might have something to do with it.
Yeah, get over yourself. Okay?
I think that was the one because she talked about it in an interview that she was doing, and she was like, "I didn't know I was pregnant yet, and I couldn't figure out why my emotions were going crazy." And she's like, "And I just started crying, and I couldn't stop." And then she found out she was pregnant.
Oh.
So that was probably
She didn't know
she like had it. It wasn't confirmed yet.
because she was kind of big during that performance.
Yeah, Kelly Clarkson is not a small girl.
She was. I remember.
When she was a teenager, I was also too a small girl until I became
Not a
me.
phenomenon I'm familiar with. I was born this way. Sorry, Mom. Yeah. No. Yes, we were all smaller once. And with a lot of work and effort, we can all be smaller again. Is it the bodybuilding thing like this weekend?
Saturday.
This weekend?
Yeah.
Oh, man. So if you don't have a lot of like extra large personalities performing, you don't even know, you know? So in the years past, you had to listen to all of the nonsense about cutting weight and drinking distilled water and protein. Oh my goodness.
I'm eating rice cakes for the whole year. Are you? Is there any nutrients?
But
in
I
that?
think of some of the people that have done the bodybuilding competition in the past. I think about Dell and Keith and Brian.
Mandy.
And I'm trying to remember her real name. Mercedes.
Oh, yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
I know her by a different name. The ginger
and-
that used to work in legal too. She did it.
Oh yeah, Megan.
Yeah, Megan.
Juan, do you remember him? He was always do the goofy dance part.
I've never gone to one of them.
Oh.
No. But
Demekpo, who used to work here, he actually won 2 years in a row.
really?
Yeah.
So if you're in the process of suffering right now because you're getting ready to get on stage in your bikini in a couple of days, here's what I'm going to tell you. I'm not going to be there, but I support everything you're doing. I think you're going to look fantastic. I love the fake tans. because it's like fake tan extreme, you know?
So remember CMC when he did it?
Yes.
So he was not going to tan. And his wife said, he has to tan. I was like, I'll talk to him. And he came in to do some radio, and I was like, Master Chief, you have to tan. And he's like, no. I mean, he's like, I'm perfectly even. And I was like, just go like this with your sleeve right now. Because he'd been out golfing. And I was like, look at that line.
Yes.
I was like, hold it up to the light. Just point at the light. And he's like, oh, okay.
And he wasn't in the like full-on competition. He was in the dad bod competition,
Yes,
right?
yes.
The separate. So that's this weekend. We'll give you more information about that when we come back. If you got any questions for us, 727-1025, 956-821-1025, or any of the social media pages. As you know, it's T-Bone and Chick Brew in the morning. Ba-ba-da-ba-ba-bum. And I really hate you. That's a fun song. It's a good one. It's got a hook. It's got words. The words rhyme. It plays well in the background. That's a good song.
It tells a story, too.
Yeah,
A hilarious story.
I like it. So, hey, I can't say the name of the city can't say the country. Our friends, the Katies, are listening to us right now.
There's a river walk there.
There is. And Corman like this place. Corman and Master at Arms like this place.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Oh, and puffy tacos. Oh my God, there's so many things.
A puffy taco?
Oh, yeah.
What is this thing you speak of?
They fast fry the tortilla and it puffs up, and then they put all the taco stuff inside of it. It's a stuffed taco.
Oh.
Yeah. Or you can get them where they puff up the tortilla and then they chop them, and so it's like a regular taco, but it's like a little taco salad show. Now I'm hungry.
I am also hungry right now. Time for a $15 salad. Yeah, from one of our favorite establishments. No. So yeah, the Katie family's listening in. That's great. We had a lot of good listeners today.
We did.
And,
we do. We still do.
We didn't really pick on too many people, I don't think.
I don't think we called anyone out specifically.
So it's funny.
Not yet, at least. We got time.
Maybe last weekend, I think it was, I get a strange text message on a Saturday night saying, hey, did you talk about me running out of gas? And I did, but I just thought it was funny because he hadn't heard the show on Friday, and it was the following Saturday night, and he's like, yeah, because somebody just mentioned that I didn't mention anyone by name. I mean, running out of gas is just, if you're a man and you run out of gas, here's the thing. If your wife doesn't know about it, you're free. You're good to go. But if your wife is there, or if your wife knows about it, you will never, ever hear the end of it. It's the thing that will follow you for the rest of your life. You may have a spouse that could get over you being adulterous, but you will never find a spouse that'll get over you running out of gas that one time.
I only run out of gas one time.
But if you're a woman,
but to be fair,
it's okay.
No, it wasn't fair because my Jeep, my car was in the shop because the transmission was garbage, right? So I was getting that fixed. My roommate says, hey, you can drive my El Camino. Nothing about the El Camino is legal. Enjoy it.
Enjoy.
Yeah, because the exhaust was right under the seat. He's like, it's how I keep my butt warm in the winter. But most importantly, the gas gauge was broke. He's like, you've probably got about a quarter of a tank. I'm like, okay, because that means nothing to me. I know how far my car will go on a quarter of a tank. I have no idea how far an El Camino go on a quarter of a tank. Not very far, turns out. And so I'm across the street from the gas station. I can see it. The light turns red. I'm the first person at the light. Runs out of gas. Then, not only that, but no one would just push me across the intersection.
Of course not.
So then they're just mad and they're honking at me. And I'm like, well, I'm getting out of the car to go buy a gas can, go across the street. If someone would have just given me a little nudge across, it was downhill into the parking lot.
But you're in an El Camino. You know, if that car runs out of gas or breaks down in the middle of traffic, no one is surprised. How about once upon a time, I was doing a ride-along with a friend of mine at Savannah PD, and they had just converted to CNG gas, the natural gas.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Big tank in the trunk full of compressed gas. And the the car, the Crown Vic, with fuel gauge was pegged where the F is, and that's 180 degrees. We'll go another 90 degrees because that's where it pegged out at when it was full, at the 270 degree mark. Yeah, I got you. And it went from extremely full to empty in a blink of an eye, and we were pushing a cop car to the gas station. That's always fun. We're going to come back and give you your weekend safety brief after a couple of stuff. We turning it up.
Yay, turning up. What are we turning up?
So this is what we call the little extra bonus. Sometimes we come in early and we start T-Bone and Chick Brew in the morning early. You're expecting us at 6:30, but boom, we're there at 6:15. And sometimes we stay late. Today's one of those late days because we didn't get your weekend safety brief in, and, well, it's kind of the thing that we do.
It's the main reason we're here.
Yeah, it's a whole sole purpose in life for me being here is to talk about your safety. Yay, me. And to be enthused about it. Whoopee. So if you haven't noticed, it's a wet one, and it's going to be a wet one. You know why it's going to be a wet one? Not just because you've returned and you bring the little dark cloud of unhappiness with you.
You are welcome. Your grass will grow, which turns out to be one of my allergies.
I have a project coming up, an outdoor project coming up that I have been waiting years to get done. The CBs at NMCB 133 are engaged. They are ready to put up this tension fabric structure. It's been years in the making. We're supposed to start on Monday.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
I made this for you.
That and somebody out there washed their car. So that
was not me. Car is filthy.
That is what's happening. We are getting rain, and the rain and winds expected to be over the next couple of days. So especially of those of you with your fur babies that don't like the wet weather, well, put a jacket on them or give them an umbrella. You'll figure it out. It's what we do. So when we have rain and wind and limited visibility, all we can say is please remember to kind of slow it down a little bit. You know, unfortunately, if you're not in a vehicle and you're out there walking about, make sure you're wearing your reflective gear. But to avoid walking in the rain, I highly recommend getting on the Rota Rideshare page on Facebook, Rota Rideshare. Join the group, communicate with people in the group. The group is set up with the sole intent of connecting people who need rides with people who can give rides. That's all Rota Rideshare is about.
I gave a ride once.
It's not a dating site. It's not a complaining site. It's just a haboo. Hook a brother up. You know, I need a ride. So there's that, and there's the pizza festival this weekend, which is within walking distance for all of the people who live in Rota. Unfortunately, if you're in Puerto, you need to have a plan. So at the pizza festival, there's adult beverages along with pizza. I went there last night. I'm going there again tonight. I'm going there again tomorrow night. And
you know what? Treat yourself.
I'm going every night to the pizza festival. Hopefully we'll see you there. You'll recognize me. I'll be the guy with the giant dog that loves pizza. Yeah. If you're going to drink, like I will most likely be doing, remember to have a plan. If you don't have a plan, you plan to fail. There's so many options available out there to you. Number one, remember, drinking is a team sport. We do drinking with friends. And one of those friends we like to put in charge of our life. Maybe a designated non-drinker, or just a guy who promises, or a team partner who just promises to kind of keep control of the situation.
I was designated driver the other day.
Were you?
Yep.
Well, I've got a gold
great.
star I'm going to give you as soon as we get done here. Good job.
Yeah, so I'm normally not. So
right?
It's nice to return the favor.
Yeah, everybody needs their time in the bucket. I mean, everybody needs to share the wealth, you know?
Yeah.
So, you got that going for you. Remember, there's always the taxis. There's public transportation, depending on your weird drinking hours. You have friends. You have the Arrive Alive program that you can use. That's set up by the Chief Petty Officer's Mess, and they'll get you home. Plus, there's always the Rota Rideshare, and of course, your chain of command. I mean, chain of command's been telling you for years. If you ever need a ride, give me a call. Well, you know what? Call their bluff. Give it a shot this weekend and see if you can do it. We say to you, as we always say to you, remember, be the best person that you can be. And if you were a great person yesterday, be an even better person tomorrow.
And don't forget that you are loved.
Nice timing on that. Good job.